Good evening, everybody. Good day, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. My name is King Bill, and welcome to our channel.
Konnichiwa.
So today we have such an incredible topic. We're gonna be talking about one of these old questions that a lot of people have always had about why is it easier for a rich man to get away with a lot more things than it is for a poor man, you know? And this is in the context of women.
Yeah.
Perfect example. You walk into a club, you will find a very old gentleman sitting in the corner, surrounded by very young females. So please, let's chat about that. Okay, so we'll jump into it. Glad?
First of all, bro, is it a bad thing?
Wow.
Is it a bad thing?
I don't know. You know, I think it's subjective. Obviously, we'll leave it to our viewers to come up with the question as to whether it is bad or good. But from my perspective, I think it's terrible. Do you understand? I think it's terrible because, you know, my youthful days primarily, you know, if you're someone who's outgoing, they had to do a lot with going to the club and hanging out with friends at restaurants, blah, blah, blah. And all the time, Zohlana lo madad. Zohlana lo madad.
I don't relate with the club part.
Oh, okay.
But it's similar to my experience in high school. Yeah, so like in Form 1, I so there was this girl I liked. But now the thing is, she was going out with the senior.
Rubbish.
So now I feel like it's
the same.
Yeah, it's
the same. You know, and my fight is always to say, you've lived your time.
Yeah, pretty much.
So just before the show started, I was reading something which says, when a man makes money, he feels like he wants more women. When a woman makes money, she feels like she doesn't need a man.
Whoa.
That is quite incredible, right?
Yeah.
So what we've realized is the more financially independent females get, the more they feel they don't need men.
That raises a different question.
Yeah. Okay.
So because now look at it this way.
Yeah.
So does that mean if they are willing to be with you and they don't have money, so does that mean they're after your money or they're after what you have rather than after who you are?
I don't know.
Because now this study says if a woman has money, they feel like they don't need a man. So
I mean, you know, I think Uguti, they still are, like the same way we are saying we are still good guys.
Yeah.
And there's still good guys out there. I think there still are a lot of great girls out there who genuinely want to be with their men because they love the man in their life.
Yeah, they are.
You know, so it's unfortunate, Uguti. We meet a lot of not so good ones, you know. The ones who show us that their main interest has to do with money, right? And we can decode this any way we want, but it's about money.
It is about money. And the flip of the story is, you know, as a man, when you make money, that money becomes part of you. So me, I think if someone wants you because of your money, they, in a sense, they want you because that money is you. True. You are that money.
Actually, that is quite true. That is very true.
So
yeah. You know, I remember when I was younger, I used to have this notion ukuthi mina ngilandaba mina uchero wami ngaze ngithandele imali yami because imali yami ngiyami.
Yeah.
So uthanda mina uthanda imali yami. You know? But now what you realize is when someone likes you for your things, the second the things are absent, their like dissipates. It diminishes. I've known of girls, in fact, both women and men. So money is such a motivator, it crosses all sexual lines, you know, male or female. So I've known guys who liked me when I had money, you know.
Yeah.
And then now they don't like me anymore because I don't have money.
Yeah.
It has to do with social standing. It absolutely has to do with yeah. So I was just reading something right now.
Yeah.
To meet a lady who is original in her personality and perspectives is not only refreshing but incredibly attractive. A woman with her own sense of self, sense of beauty, sense of style, ideas, ambitions, and opinions can drive a man wild with curiosity and intrigue. Keep being you, ladies. It's sexier than you know.
Yeah.
That's so amazing.
Yeah, it is.
I find that very amazing. That is quite a profound line. So to get back to the core of what we're talking about today, you know, it's sad. I mean, obviously, I don't want any man to get away with murder. I don't want any man to brutalize any woman for any reason. But the core of our topic, it does not have to do with how you treat women. It has to do with the privileges that are allowed to these men.
Yeah.
You know? What do you think, Glad?
Right now I'm thinking about what you said, what we were talking about earlier. Women liking men for their man or for their possessions. And I think it goes the other way around. So if men like women for, let's say, their beauty, I mean, beauty is, in a sense, it's a possession because it also fades away with age. Most men, they fall out of love and their wives keep, because now their bodies have changed.
True.
Yeah. So no, it's the same thing.
That's such a deep statement. So I want the ladies to know, you know, I want you guys to know that as much as, you know, in fact, these things happen.
Yeah.
Because whether we choose to ignore it or not, men are they are visual beings, you know. It has to do with what's happening here a lot more than what's coming out of here. And yeah, like Glad is saying, you know, people's bodies change. And it's not just the females, it's the guys themselves. And Singagu, if we keep this open-ended, city men or women, even when a guy reaches above 30 years old, 35 years old, his metabolism becomes slower. Yeah. And then now also to process you know, so it could go either way. But now from a male perspective, till now we've found that guys tend to lose interest, you know, and start to fall out of love when they don't find their women attractive. Wow, that is, yeah. And by what Glad is saying, since beauty is a personal possession, like my money,
yeah,
it's justified for someone in a sense to lose love.
Yeah, it is justified. Because we are always attacking women, saying women go after like money and all that. But it's the same thing, because we as guys also go after possession. That beauty is a personal possession. We go after that as well. So in a sense, we're all after the same thing.
True.
Like male or female, we are all after the same thing.
True.
Yeah.
You know what's incredible as well is to know Tuguti, like from, wow. You know, I'm not someone who's normally speechless, but I'm a little speechless. That's good insight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to talk about the differences between passion and ambition.
Passion and ambition.
Yes.
Okay.
In this context, do you feel women are passionate about being with men with money, or that is an ambition? That is it's a very ambiguous question, but I feel like a lot of girls I've met aspire to marry rich men.
I think you know. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So do you think now it's become a passion, like art and music?
So interesting enough, there's the other day with Brendan, we were watching a documentary that basically what it was saying, like with this attraction scale, women are more attracted to their security than a man's physical
attraction.
Yeah. So a man who appears to be more secure, that's attraction to them. So if rich guys are secure. So yeah.
So the primary attraction for women to men who have money is security. It's got nothing to do with hurting your feelings or anything.
Yeah. I also think it has nothing to do with greed or something, but it's just like it's like an innate
survival instinct.
It's an instinct, survival instinct, security.
That's crazy, actually.
I think that's why if a woman makes their own money, they feel like they don't need a man.
Yeah, because now she's provided her own security.
Exactly.
That is really good. Okay, so I like that because now what that does is it demystifies that whole notion that all, if not most women who go after men with money, and I say this casually, like go after men with money, because I would go after a girl I'm attracted to. Do you understand? I wouldn't go after someone I'm not attracted to. So their attraction point to those men that they're with happens just to be money, right?
Money, yeah.
So, okay, I love that actually. I didn't believe my mind would be changed, but
because this thing goes way big, bro. Like when our civilization was based on hunting and gathering, so men who appear to be physically strong got more women.
True.
Because those men were able to hunt, were able to provide. So that was security.
True. So
now security comes with that's why it's in development So
for all our white viewers, that loosely translated means a man's beauty is in his cattle.
Yeah.
In his cattle, or in the vastness of his cattle.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, so I guess the question then is asked, Uguti, what then for those young men who do not have the resources? What then?
Interesting.
Do they stop being ambitious? Do they master being inconspicuous in the club? Is there a special corner that those young men should stick to until they are now rich enough to be seen by the beautiful girls? What do you think?
I think if you are that man right now, that young man, I have to make a plan. Make a plan, because it's all about money. So if you don't have that money, try to get it. Try to get that money. I think that's the only way.
You know what's funny? What's so funny is obviously I feel very passionate about this whole thing, but purely from a sore point of view, you know. But I remember a couple of years ago, I realized the only real way to bypass that is to make your own money. It's simple. Like you can't, gentlemen, like I promise you, you can't cry out of this one. Inyembezi azincedi, inkomo yakhala sayihlaba sayicheba, imbuzi yakhala sayihlaba sayicheba, so ukhala awuncedi. You know, the objective as a man is to bolster yourself and bolster your castle, you know, and make sure your queen comes into that space and she's taken care of. You know, I've met so many people who keep telling me, fall in love, and then the right woman will help you build. It's nonsense. It's nonsense in my head. It doesn't make sense. Because now, while I'm in love, very in love, this Donovan is stuffy. She's sleeping on the floor. She has to walk to town. she no longer can eat even a piece of sausage
Yeah, bro.
because of your ass,
Yeah.
your broke ass.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
So I came into this completely being very fragile and hating all rich men, but glad has convinced me otherwise. So I guess the ambition is to become rich.
Yeah, become rich. Yeah. Become that Madala was scooping all the girls by the corner. Become that man.
Jeez.
Yeah. I don't know how you can do it, but I think that's the only way. That's the only way.
You know, there's so many ways to do it. You know, we talk about passive income. We talk about alternative sources of income. We talk about alternative revenue streams. Like you will hear terms like that coming out of a man who is ambitious' mouth. You know, you you shouldn't have only one form of income. Yeah, you shouldn't. You know, and the more you have a little type in, it's easy,
Yeah, streams of
little streams. The bigger your pond gets.
Yeah.
And Mina, I want to make $1 million within a very short space of time.
Yeah.
And like imbuze njalo, like, are you asking yourselves those kind of questions as a man? Yeah,
I am.
no, it's just rhetorical. Well, are you asking yourself those?
Yeah,
questions?
I am every day, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
That's why we're working every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like dogs, by the way. Like dogs.
Yeah, like animals.
Anyway, so you wanna say any closing remarks?
What? Nah, nothing.
Okay. Arigato gozaimasu. And thank you so much for your time. You guys have been fantastic. Yeah, I'm not gonna point this time. You know, there's a subscribe button somewhere, and there's a like button, and there's a share button, and if you guys fuck with the good guys, like, you know, yeah, subscribe. Ciao.
It's a cut. Bro, did you say?